Well, good Thursday morning, Mid-Missouri. Let's start with Wednesday. Wednesday was warm. We broke records in several locations across the state. This is just what I have recorded. Columbia, 81. That's where we tied the record. 81 was already set from 2005. Jefferson City, you fell short. Of course, you had to reach back to the Dust Bowl era, 1931. Rolla broke a record. And again, we got close there in West Plains, and Springfield to the south broke a record. So it was a warm day. Today, we will not be anywhere close to that. We have had temperatures falling overnight down into the 40s, and we only recover into the 50s with additional clouds throughout the day. Now, we do expect it to be dry, but we're not that far from rain. We're starting bright this morning with some sunshine. There's that extra cloud cover from the south. And, well, part of that cloud cover is going to be some moisture to the south that eventually brings rain right up to about I-44 later this evening. You see that first little blip south of Fort Leonard Wood and Rolla. It doesn't make it here. We stay dry and cloudy throughout the day, highs in the mid to upper 50s. And then we're clearing by sunrise tomorrow. We'll generally be cool tomorrow with winds out of the north. And then as we head into Saturday morning, things get real cold with that high pressure inching nearby. Still, though, we're forecasting for mid to upper 50s. And then as we head into next week, the overall pattern looks to correct a little bit back into the low to mid 60s. I shouldn't say correct because we're actually near average here where we sit this week, but we will warm a little bit back above average. Not by much, though. We do expect to stay in the 60s next week. And so while I am going to show you this map and it looks very warm, this is just a likelihood of above average. And this just means it's likely that we're going to be above average over the next 6 to 10 days. So the 7-day forecast and then likely through the end of next week through November 18th. And again, above average may just be 60s. In fact, it likely is just 60s for us next week. As we look over the next 2 weeks, confidence is still high that we're in that above average window, and that will take us right up to the doorstep of Thanksgiving. But there are signs that things could be changing for the end of the month. But we'll focus on that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. First, your Veterans Day and Mizzou forecast on Saturday. We'll see highs in the 50s as we look towards next week. That's where we cross back into the 60s and really not a drop of rain in the forecast.